Hello and welcome to Girls Talks Motorsport. I'm currently joined by Julian Hanses, driver of the Team Qatar by Iron Lynx car 62 in the LMGT3 category here in ELMS. Hello and welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you very much for being a guest in your interview.
So we're currently in Imola, where we are having the temperatures are really high. So what are the expectations this weekend with these temperatures?
Yeah, for sure, it's gonna be a sweaty one. But to be honest, I love it. I train hard and exactly for these circumstances. So I'm quite fine with this. I hope that other drivers are not as good trained or not in a good shape that we can benefit out of this. And yeah,
You're also you joined ELMS this season. This is the third round. Um, how big of a step would you say it's this personally?
I have to say, ELMS is a very strict championship, so you're very visible for everyone because the data are live and all the everyone can see what you are doing inside the car. The team can see it, the officials, the stewards, everyone. You're super transparent, and everyone sees directly if you do a mistake, if you overshoot, full course yellow, or anything. And also, the racing here is very high level. And yeah, for me, it's a big step. Also, a big pleasure to work with a factory driver with Maxime now. I can learn a lot, and it's great for me to develop myself. And I'm super happy with this.
What was your first reaction when this opportunity came?
I was speechless, to be honest. It was, as a racing driver, you sometimes work year for year, and end of the year you never know what's coming up next year. And yeah, when this project comes up, I was super happy, and I'm super happy again to join QMMF and Team Qatar for the third year now in a row where we work together. And yeah, I'm super proud as well to represent Qatar on such an international level.
Also, in you're driving in LMGT3, which is a really competitive grid. What would you say makes the difference between you or the car versus the rest of the class?
Um, I would say I have a little bit of experience inside the Mercedes. I'm a little bit a Mercedes child, so I grew up with my father. Always loved Mercedes, and there was always a Mercedes at home in the end. So it's for me also something to fulfill. I love Mercedes as well as a brand. The same as for my father. He loves that I drive this brand, and so I have from mainly on. I have somehow a connection to the brand. And yeah, and also I think what is our benefit is we are very very tight together. The whole team is a proper family, especially the Italian behavior. Everyone is like a very good friend, and same with my teammates, with Abdullah and Maxime. It's like being more, it's for sure it's racing, we're doing high level motorsport and we try to get everything out of this, but it feels also like visiting friends and to work with friends together for a big goal, let's say.
And that's something that helps you when it comes to driving when everyone's like it's a close knit family.
Yeah, exactly this. And also when you fight for position, if you, I know, also with Qatar, with a long-term relationship, there's so much trust in myself, and there's not like a big pressure behind me who say you have to. For sure they want to see the results and they want to see performance, but they are, until now they were always happy with me and I'm also happy with them, and the relationship is already on a very high level.
Yeah.
So for me it's difficult to describe it in words, but the trust that they have in myself gives me also confidence.
Also, you've driven multiple GT3 cars. How would you say it's the difference between this one and others that you've driven before?
It's especially now with Audi, for example, with the mid-engine. Now the BMW that I drove has the same concept of car with the engine in the front. It's a similar driving style, but still the Mercedes is a bit different to drive. And yeah, you have to get along with it. You have to learn how the technique of the car works, how you have to change something in the driving style to find pace in the car. But to be honest, this is what we have a big how to say, a very strong point is to have Maxime in the car. You always have a very good reference. So I can learn a lot. Abdullah can learn a lot, and yeah, this is great to have. Honestly, it was the first time that I really could work with someone this close and to learn so much in a short term.
You've also got the chance to drove in Le Mans this year. How was that experience? How did you feel? Not only seeing like yourself in the track from where you started.
And it was super special. I mean, if I have a look on the bigger picture, how many people I met in my life in motorsport as a opponent or as a teammate or whatever. There's how many people made it until that point. I can count it on one hand. It was a bit of a shame, but on the same hands, I spoke with a friend of mine who was a teammate a few years ago, and he said he's so happy for me that I had the opportunity, that at least I made it to that stage, and he was super happy for me. And also when I'm super proud. Same also on Qatar. It's first entry for Qatar as a team, first entry for a Qatari driver to start there. And for us, it was a super big project that also took a lot of preparation. And yeah, I mean, Le Mans is there's no words for this. I did the first free practice and I thought, okay, this is the greatest track I ever drove. Then we had the night practice, and after this, I said, okay, this is 100% the best track I ever drove because
Yeah,
it's super special.
nighttime at Le Mans has to be incredible.
Yeah, if you drive through the night and you see the roller coaster and everything, the lights, and what's even better is the level that you drive there. You drive with so completely factory driver guys and such on a high level, especially when you fight with LMPs, with hypercars. They drive centimeters in front of your car when they overtake you, but everyone is like exactly knows what he does. Yeah. This brings such a big fun into racing, I have to say.
And is there any personal goal you started like the season with, and has that changed?
A goal, you mean?
Yeah, the goal, like any goal you set for yourself, has it changed?
Mm, I mean, for sure, we all dream for a championship win in the end. This is what everyone comes here, and but for me, the biggest goal is to, for sure, have fun. I do this because I love motorsport. This is everything that fulfills me in my next to my family and private life and my fiance and my dogs. But next to this, racing is fulfilling me absolutely, and I love everything what I do, and I'm happy to be in this position as well. And yeah, still I would love to take some trophies home at the next races, but let's see. Let's see. We hoped a bit more success until now, especially with both poles that Abdullah did. He did an amazing job to put it on pole twice, but somehow we didn't manage to get the result in the end on the paper, and now we have the chance to do it. Let's see.
Exactly. And you said obviously when you get inside the car, you always want to win. Like that's a mentality every single driver has. But do you think are you more for like as a first year? Do you think you're here for learning in the first year, or are you aiming like your first thing is like I'm going to like you're going for the results?
And for me, it's the most important point I always look on. In the end, I don't have a look on winning always, to always focus on the end goal. For me, the most important point is to learn as much as possible, to grow, to learn as much as from Maxime, for example, or anyone else who's fast, just to do the next steps for me. I mean, I'm still silver, and I'm still in a position where I'm not like completely learned out. I'm still learning every week, and yeah, for me it's super important to, because the last few years, yes, I raced, but I never raced on a high level environment, and this is finally where I am now, and I can learn so much every week that it's fulfilling me as a driver.
And what would you think, or how would you describe a successful season?
Successful season.
Obviously, results and all that, but like how, like not always I would always think that winning a championship obviously would be a good result, but like outside of championship, how would you describe a?
Next to the championship, I would say that I have a good time with everyone. Um, for me, it's also when I come here, it's like visiting friends. The same with mechanics, with engineers, with someone who's driving the truck. Everyone here around me is somehow a friend of mine. And if I look back, I said I have a great time with everyone, and we all worked for a goal, and we achieved it somehow, or we had a good time together. This is for me super important because sometimes it's more than just racing. It's more than having a trophy in the end. It's also the nowadays it's getting less and less, but it's super important to see also the human base to that everyone. I mean, everyone comes here to in the end have fun, and this is for me also super important next to racing. For sure, the performance has to fit and have to be good, but also next to racing, I want to have a good time with everyone.
And how do you, where do you see yourself like progressing in like in racing?
Where I see myself at the moment,
Yeah, or how do you like the progress of your career?
um, I would say I'm super happy with myself until now. I'm finally at a position where I can show myself on an international platform. The last few years, I never had the opportunity to properly show myself because all the circumstances didn't come together. Sometimes I had a year where I struggled. Uh, Sometimes I was not on the wrong team and the wrong car. Yeah, so at the moment I'm super happy, and I think also from the performance I show and comparing to other servers, I'm a very good way, I would say.
So this
Yeah.
is everything. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure joining you and to learn some words.
Best of luck,
Thank you.
qualifying, race, and the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And that's everything.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. I hope you have a great weekend and you enjoy it as well.
Yeah, of course.
And you get away with a little bit of shadow.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. It was a pleasure. Bye bye.
Bye.